So I want to start off my journey, the story of my journey basically, with my first service immersion trip to Los Angeles. I think starting in Los Angeles, I was able to experience and realize a lot of social injustice that was happening in the world, and connecting a lot to the things that I was seeing in my own backyard in Chicago, and seeing that the same kinds of structures were in Los Angeles kind of forced me to realize that I wanted to do something bigger. I wanted to do something more. So I really got involved with the service immersion program here at DePaul and became an intern, and really started seeing other things happening in different parts of the country and to the city. And my latest trip to Bladensburg, which is actually where I had my Fulville moment. So kind of going back to how I was connecting to this personally, in the beginning I wasn't. I was realizing that I wanted to fight for social injustices, and I wanted to respect all these people's stories, and I was realizing that through all these conversations that I was having, I was able to see other people's brokenness, and they were giving me the opportunity to enter their lives in that way. And I was realizing that I was ignoring my own brokenness in my own life. Coming from a situation where I didn't have the support of my family, I was alone in such a big city and had to force myself to find a different kind of support system. I was realizing that I was ignoring a lot of what was making me a whole person. In these moments where I was forced to sit in reflection and kind of think to myself, where were the moments where I was feeling most alive? Where was I feeling as a whole person? I was lost, and I couldn't figure out what was missing. And so just like St. Vincent, he had his kind of spiritual enlightenment and realized what he wanted to change in his own spiritual journey with a conversation that he had in Fulville. And my moment occurred in a small town in Bladensburg, Maryland, like I mentioned before, right outside of DC. I had the beautiful, beautiful opportunity to stay with the Daughters of Charity there, and experiencing their Vincentian hospitality completely changed how I saw my own spirituality. Seeing how they pulled strength from God, and how their connection to God I really was able to see how their connection and their relationship with God was a way for them to connect to themselves, and for them to feel whole as a person. And so in that way, I began to connect to myself and kind of think of my own spirituality in that way. And I think that the stories that I was able to hear from the daughters was just so enlightening, and it's something that I'm going to cherish for not only the rest of my time at DePaul, but definitely for the rest of my life.